Seeing the nation suddenly pitched into the Falklands crisis is still deeply etched in my memory. It demonstrated to me the impact that errors in thinking can have. This is as true for all life as it is for national statecraft. My objective in writing this book is therefore an ambitious one. I want to empower people to make better decisions by learning how intelligence analysts think. I will provide lessons from our past to show how we can know more, explain more, and anticipate more about what we face in the extraordinary age we now live in. There are important life lessons in seeing how intelligence analysts reason. By learning what intelligence analysts do when they tackle problems, by observing them in real cases from recent history, we will learn how they order their thoughts and how they distinguish the likely from the unlikely, and thus make better judgments. We will learn how to test alternative explanations methodically and judge how far we need to change our minds as new information arrives. Sound thinkers try to understand how their unconscious feelings as individuals, as members of a group, and within an institution might affect their judgment. We will also see how we can fall victim to conspiracy thinking and how we can be taken in by deliberate deception. We all face decisions and choices at home, at work, at play. Today we have less and less time to make up our minds than ever before. We are in the digital age, bombarded with contradictory, false and confusing information from more sources than ever. Information is all around us, and we feel compelled to respond at its speed. There are influential forces at play ranged against us, pushing specific messages and opinions through social media. Overwhelmed by all this information, are we less or more ignorant than in previous times? Today, more than ever, we need those lessons from the past. Looking over the shoulder of an intelligence analyst. Over the centuries, generals naturally learned the advantage that intelligence can bring. Governments today deliberately equip themselves with specialist agencies to access and analyse information that can help them make better decisions. Britain's Secret Intelligence Service, MI6, runs human agents overseas. The security service, MI5, and its law enforcement partners investigate domestic threats and conduct surveillance on suspects. The Government Communications Headquarters, GCHQ, intercepts communications and gathers digital intelligence. The armed forces conduct their share of intelligence gathering in their operations overseas, including photographic intelligence from satellites and drones. It is the job of the intelligence analyst to fit all the resulting pieces together. They then produce assessments that aim to reduce the ignorance of the decision makers. They find out what is happening, they explain why it is happening, and they outline how things might develop. The more we understand about the decisions we have to take, the less likely it is that we will duck them, make bad choices, or be seriously surprised. Much of what we need can come from sources that are open to anyone, provided sufficient care is taken to apply critical reasoning to them. Reducing the ignorance of the decision-maker does not necessarily mean simplifying. Often the intelligence assessment has to warn that the situation is more complicated than they had previously thought, that the motives of an adversary are to be feared, and that a situation may develop in a bad way. But it is better to know than not. Harbouring illusions on such matters leads to poor or even disastrous decisions. The task of the intelligence officer is to tell it as it is to government. When you make decisions, it is up to you to do the same to yourself. The work of intelligence